Hey guys, how's it going? So today, drum roll, I'm riding the new GSX-R1000. Now this isn't my first time riding it. I rode it at Kyalami. However, that was on the track, and also I didn't have any video or audio to show you because I wasn't allowed to. Sorry about that. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a full road test. It's a very short one, so it's more of a first impressions and a full review. I'm going to focus on the feeling of it while I'm on the bike, and then I'll get to all the facts and figures once I'm off, and I can just sit down and, calmly think about what I'm actually talking about. So this one is the standard version. It's not the R version, but it does have a quick shifter as an optional extra on it already. Without further ado, let's get this thing started up.
Hello, hello, can you hear me as I scream your name? Hello, hello, do you need me before I fade away? Is this a place that
So it's got that Suzuki thing, which I think if you just push, oh, that's so cool. So it's got that, but you just push the start button and you don't have to hold it down to start the bike. Okay, excited. Mirrors are mirrors, they're shit. It's quite comfortable, I have to say. Recently I rode that R6, and this is actually a better seating position than the R6. There's a bit of traffic, so forgive me for riding slowly here and there. There's nothing much I can do about that. Wow. There we go, there's the quick shifter. I just love quick shifters, guys. I mean, if you have never used a quick shifter, you got to do yourself a favor and try one, because they are just amazing. Okay, initial thoughts. There's a bit of torque down low. I've got a fuel consumption gauge there. Indicators, hazards, all that kind of normal stuff. Oh, you can definitely hear that gixxer sound, that deep induction noise, which I love. Okay, very good brakes. Much better than my bike. If I had to buy a super bike, I could very easily see myself buying this one. Okay, it flicks over very nicely. I feel like I'm sitting over this thing. I'd love to see a picture of myself on it. It would probably look pretty cool. Okay. Wow. No indicator. Great, thank you. It doesn't really work. Okay, so the quick shifter is actually very smooth. There are other quick shifters I've used, which is the MT-09, the MT-10, and the BMW S1000RR. And I have to say, this is one of the smoothest ones. So it's not a blipper, it doesn't have downshifts, only upshifts. Try not to get taken out here. Okay, and before I get into too much trouble, that's not even full throttle, guys. That's not even full throttle. I cannot stress enough how fast 1000 is. Comfort wise, you can commute on this much like the R6, more comfortable than the R6. That seat is nice and soft, but it feels grippy. Okay, I've made the decision. I can never own a super bike in my life because I will get arrested. That's it. I don't have enough self-control. It's so easy to just twist the throttle and go fast. I think it's got a slipper clutch as well, I'm not 100% sure. It is ABS, which is standard for any super bike these days. Brakes are phenomenal, leans over easily. There's that VTEC pretty much. Variable valve timing is ridiculous. by the wind. Wind protection isn't fantastic. It's actually catching my shoulders a lot. I can't say if it's all superbikes that are like this, I can't remember. Sorry if I'm shouting, it's a bit hard to hear myself over the wind. Okay, those are some brakes and a half. Okay, really good brakes. That's what you get when you get Brembos. Technology in this bike is amazing. So the variable valve timing, so if I can explain that quickly, there's some ball bearings in the engine which when rotating at high enough RPMs open up the valves more to give you more power. So that gives you more torque at low revs and more power at high revs, which is what you want ideally, you know, to get you out of the corners and then into those straights. Whoa! Stop it. Naughty. Okay. Wow. That's so stable through these corners. Put it into third, hit that little bump, avoid that, and keep going. Okay. And this is why you don't race on the road, guys. Because people will pull out on you. Wow, this thing feels planted in this corner. You'll see the video earlier from me on my 600 doing it, and it did not feel as stable. Just gonna behave myself right around here because they're the cops. When I was pulling like foot out of the corner, I could feel that front wheel getting light on me. Woo! Oh. But once again, guys, this is a super bike you could commute on. Now your wrists might get a little bit tired, I'm not sure. Depends on how used to this kind of seating position you are, but the power delivery and the comfort is definitely doable for city riding. It gains speed so fast that you forget that you still have to hit brakes. Oh, wow. Oh, this is a brilliant motorcycle. Well done, Suzuki, well done. I haven't found anything I don't like about it yet, but you know, very short time. I've probably been on this thing for what, 6 minutes, maybe 7. That induction sound though. Ooh, I remember from when I rode the GXXer 750, which is obviously no competition for what this bike is. Okay, guys, so that is my GXXer first impressions. I'm going to give you a little bit more feedback once I park it and I have time to sit and collect my thoughts. This thing's just... One more time, guys. Listen to that. Ridiculous. Okay, I'll catch you in a sec. Hey guys, cool. So I've got my fancy little brochure here. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I'm going to get some of the specs because, as you guys have probably noticed from my videos, I forget a lot of the specs. So it's got an IMU electronics, so that's your pitch, roll, and yaw. So that helps you with cornering ABS, cornering traction control, wheelie control, that kind of stuff. It's a quick thing to note, I had traction control on 1. I don't remember when it actually starts wheeling, but it wasn't at 1. Or I wasn't brave enough to hold the throttle down. So this is a more track focused bike. The old GXXer was not as track focused, to put it in a way. The new one is a lot thinner. It's removed the indicators from the mirrors, which I can only assume is so that when you go to the track, it's easier to take the mirrors off. You don't have to worry about your indicator wires being all wrapped up and everything. The bike is significantly thin. I mean, if you look at it from the top, it's actually thinner than the current generation 650. So that's something you should note. It's not a bad thing in any way. It's just, it's a thin bike, which is nice. The seat looks a lot more rough than the old one, but it's so comfy, guys. Okay, and then the elephant in the room, this exhaust. Everyone hates it, and I believe I know why Suzuki did it. How many of you guys buy a super bike or a super sport and don't change the exhaust? Exactly, none of you. So what Suzuki did was they said, we need to make it Euro 4. So they put all the Euro 4 in there and left this piece clean. And I've actually heard one with just a slip-on, and it sounds great. Like it's a loud, deep pipe that, you know, you don't even need to do a full exhaust system to get the full sound out of it. Yeah, so everyone's going to change the exhaust anyway. So instead of Suzuki putting money into making it expensive and light and titanium, they made it an old steel can and then put it there. So they say, okay, well, you know, it's Euro 4 now, you know, go change it yourselves. So the headlights, if you all remember, the old Gixxers used to have these huge headlights. Now they have this very small light. I'm a little bit divided. At first I thought it wasn't great, it looked too small. Once you actually see it in person, it's a good size, fits in nicely, and it gives you this nice bit of room here for these ram air intakes, which look gorgeous. So ABS, as you can see, it says there, and then you can see the little lines. Nice LED indicators front and back. The brakes are Brembos like I thought. These little orange things can get taken off because no one likes them. This windscreen definitely needs to be replaced with a bigger one because I was struggling with the wind. Like, it was just way too much in my head. And even when I like leaned over, it was just a bit too much. So guys, that's gonna end my review of this Gixxer. Let me know what you think, and keep tuned for the Hayabusa review.